Hey everybody, it's Tuesday again, and this is Richard. You're watching the Fab 5 Collab. Hello again. Today we're talking about relationships and whether or not we believe in monogamous relationships, open relationships, or what Dan Savage refers to as monogamish. Naturally, me, myself, and I believe in monogamous relationships. I've been in a relationship for 18 years now. And with the same person, and we enjoy each other's company. We have, as far as I know, never even thought of going outside of the relationship and having any type of affair or dealings with anybody outside of our own relationship. So that's just something that we have within ourselves and our own relationship contracted with each other to do. Now, when you speak about open relationships, while I'm not a fan of them, I certainly wouldn't want to, try to convince or tell anybody else that they shouldn't have one. What's right for one may not be right for another. And it's okay if somebody decides or a couple decides that they would have an open relationship, and I have known some people who actually have had them, and I guess their relationships have worked out okay. I have no indication whatsoever of how long those relationships last or anything like that. So, maybe they last a long time, maybe they don't. I haven't really been anybody who has journalistically looked into any of that, so because I'm not a journalist, and quite frankly, I don't care. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. Now, this term monogamish, which is, I guess, been defined as a relationship that emotionally and physically two people are together in a relationship, but do have extramarital, if you want to call it that, or have extra affairs out on the side, or lovers on the side other than the relationship that they're in. And but each one of them knows about it. So consequently, that is kind of a different, I guess, type of grouping that I wouldn't do, but it does exist. As a matter of fact, there's some studies done, I guess, in recent years about gay men and their relationships with other men. And this study that was done by the Center for HIV Education, Educational Studies and Training, they refer to themselves as CHEST, did a study and found out that about 58% of gay men in those relationships were monogamous, and the other part were either in an open or a monogamish relationship. And that's absolutely fine. Within the confines of what a relationship is, I suppose, people can decide for themselves what they want. And that's all well and good, and I think they should. I don't care whether you're straight or you're gay. That's the terms between the two of you should be left up to the two of you and not decided by someone else. Which brings me to another thought, and that is gay marriage equality. You know, we have been targeted by right-wing groups as saying that, you know, that our equality in marriage is going to redefine what marriage means. Well, you know, you have to take a look in the past what exactly the definition of marriage was when it was, you know, the institution was first created, and how many thousands of years ago the church took over that definition and decided, you know, this is what it is, and monogamy was part of it. Now, understanding that, you know, over 50% of all straight marriages end in divorce, I'm pretty sure that there are other relationships going on out there between other people that are not part of that marriage than what, you know, the straight world would like to believe, or that they want to even talk about. So consequently, when they say, okay, well, we have all these gay men who are in these open relationships, that's going to define, you know, what marriage is. If we give them the ability to have marriage and make it legal for gay couples, then the definition of marriage is going to change. And yeah, I guess in a way it probably would. But in most cases, in gay relationships, I think that those things that happen both in and outside of the relationship are mostly those that the other one is aware of, whereas in straight relationships it may not be. So the word monogamy itself becomes more defined in a straight relationship than it does in a gay relationship. So does that change the definition of marriage? I guess maybe in a way it actually would. But I don't think it really changes anything other than it opens up to the possibility that the monogamous factor in straight relationships in the past have actually given the ability to lie about what's going on a much higher part of the definition. So consequently, I'm not so sure that it's a bad thing that that definition shouldn't be tweaked just a little bit. But, you know, that's the way I look at it. So consequently, when it comes to relationships, I want to be in a monogamous relationship, but I do think that each individual couple, and that's whether they be straight or gay, should be the ones that define what the relationship will be. And there should not be a construct that says this is what marriage means, this is what your relationship means. Your marriage or your relationship means exactly what the two of you decide it should be. So that to me is the real way a relationship should be, and not defined by some institution out there, whether it be the church or the government, as far as the emotional part of a relationship and what goes on there. So that's the way I look at it, and I guess that's about it. I don't have anything else on this subject, but I would like to direct you to the other guys in the Collab channel. Go over and watch their videos the rest of the week. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to us and to our personal channels. On my personal channel, within the next week or so, I'm going to be doing a music contest. So be looking for that. And if you're not subscribed to me, then look down in the description, find out, you know, what my personal channel is, go over, subscribe, and that way you'll be able to get the information on the contest that I'm going to be running. So, hope everybody has a good day, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.